Hello everyone, it looks like Halo MCC is getting another huge update. This is going to be titled the Halo MCC August Update, is what 343 is calling it. If you want to read along, I'm going to be going through some of the more important things coming in this update. I'll post a link in the video description. There's actually quite a lot here. Really exciting for modding capabilities moving forward, and Halo 2 Anniversary finally gets some love as well. So 343 is kind of kicking it off with a plug for the recently released Halo, the official cookbook. I still think that's really weird that that thing even exists, but that's quite all right. They're talking about the mod tools in Halo Reach is officially coming out with this update, and I know a lot of the modding community in Halo MCC is really, really excited about that. I took a look at some of the Nexus mods page for MCC, and almost all of the mods I could find are essentially broken or not being updated anymore. And from when I reached out to a few modders to ask why that was, is because they're waiting for these modding tools. So now that this is coming out, you're going to see probably a lot more great mods for Halo Reach. And they also say they got Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 4 modding tools coming down later on the line as well. They're also, previously 343 had said they're getting away of the seasons. I think they ended at like season 7 or season 8. So we're not going to see any huge, large updates, but really we're just going to be seeing smaller, hopefully more frequent updates. They were also talking about, finally here at the opening of the article, is that the Golden Moa collectibles we've been searching for in Halo 3, I don't even know what that is. They're also coming to Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. I guess that's cool. I have no idea what that's talking about. And then there's 5 new armor sets coming to Halo 2 Anniversary. Finally, I'm so glad that Halo 2 Anniversary is getting some love. Also included in this update, they're adding the ability for you to change the background video and set it to one of the favorite ones from the past. So each season previously, they did a little video thing kind of playing in the background in the main menu, and it would kind of showcase some of the highlights of that particular season. So now with this update, you can kind of choose which one you want, which I think is kind of cool. They're also saying in the post-game Carnage report, you'll be seeing an updated screen with features, the addition of poses, which are themselves also new customization items for you to acquire. So that's pretty interesting. All games, with the exception of ODST, which obviously doesn't have PvP, will have the poses implemented for both Spartans and Elites. I hope that's not getting rid of like that profile picture thing that you can choose, which I think some of them are really cool, but if it's just adding something, that's pretty cool. So like I said, they're releasing the modding tools for Halo Reach in this update. Now, to kind of give everyone a wrap-up of what's available for modding tools, we now have Halo CE, Halo 2, Halo 3 ODST, and now Halo Reach. So now they got to focus on, like I said, Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 4. I think Halo Reach modding tools is really going to have a huge impact on the modding community for MCC. What they can come up with is just quite incredible. And I've done a couple of showcase videos in the past about some of the great stuff that you can find in MCC. And I'm going to continue to do so with future modding videos. So if you haven't already, be subscribed and look forward to those. They also kind of talked about the 5 new armor sets coming to Halo 2 Anniversary. Again, I'm really happy that we're seeing new armor sets for Halo 2 Anniversary. I feel like Halo 2 in general, regular Halo 2 and Halo 2 Anniversary, have really not received a whole lot of love. It seems like all the love has gone to either Halo 1, Halo 3, or Reach. And especially Halo 3. So I would love to see more stuff coming to both Halo 2 and Halo 4 for new armor sets. So it's really glad to see new armor sets are coming to Halo 2 Anniversary. Finally, one of the last things in this update is they're talking about how Spartan points or season points are going to change. So in the last video I talked about, 343 announced way back in June that they're going to rename season points to be called Spartan points. And they were talking about here that there's quite a bit of discrepancy and downsides to how season points kind of work. And they were talking about that in order to make it a little bit easier for people, they want to include purchasable Spartan points for people who found that it's an overwhelming or, long and tedious process to get Spartan points. You can kind of just pay some cash and buy something. So as expected, a lively conversation, I think that's a good way to put it, ensued across the community as well within the MCC team. In addition to some frustrations at the prospects of purchasing season points, much of the feedback focused on general frustrations with the current season point earn rates in MCC, particularly once players hit level 100. No decision has been made around the potential for purchasable Spartan points being added as a secondary vector in the future, but with regards to season point earn rate complaints in the current wall that exist upon hitting level 100, we agree with you and we are working on new designs to address this feedback in a future update. So I'm going to kind of continue reading here. This is a really interesting point about the downsides to season points or Spartan points, whatever you want to call it. So let me continue here. When we designed the progression system for MCC, the intent was always that challenges would be the primary way of earning points. The stars didn't align and we weren't able to ship the challenge system alongside the original PC launch where we introduced the progression system. We held it back so we can meet our goals of supporting real-time challenge progress, PvE challenges, and general flexibility. As a stopgap, we loaded 100 points, the total number needed to complete the Noble Season track, into the first 100 progression levels. What we've seen is a lot of understandable confusion about why the gravy train stops after Tour 4 level 10. After all, what's good is continued XP earning if it doesn't feed back into Spartan points. We've evaluated this feedback, that blah, blah, blah. They kind of go about on this for a little bit longer. It says, we're working on a solution to this constraint, and we're happy to announce that in a future content update, players will earn a Spartan point from every level from Tour 1 to Tour 11 for 329 points total, and players will retroactively receive points from levels they've already reached. For example, whoever's writing this, I'm Tour 4 level 21, so I will instantly receive 101 Spartan points for the 101 levels beyond Tour 4 level 10 that I've reached since the first time I signed into MCC after this update. So if you're kind of not happy about getting Spartan points, just by simply doing challenges, which I think a lot of people are, it seems like that's a way that they want to fix this. I think the only downside is once again, there's a problem with something 343 kind of creates, and their solution takes so long that most people have already found another way around that problem. You know what I mean? Like, if the people who really wanted to continue grinding armor sets for, all of these years, or, 18 months, however long it's been since they kind of maxed out their rank from unlocking season points with level up, they're just going to do it by doing challenges, whether they like it or not. So what are you going to do now? Like, you're going to give everyone retroactively all these season points and they can't spend it? I'm not really sure what the answer is, but nonetheless, there is a solution there. Finally, I think the last important news piece that I really want to talk about in this video is some forging improvements coming to Halo Reach. And a lot of this stuff is really, really cool. So it said, in addition to the Halo content, the April content update, they made a few key additions to the forging tools for Halo Reach. So here are some improvements coming in the August update. One is object duplication. This feature was introduced in the original Halo 4 release and lets forgers duplicate an object, retaining all of its properties, color, team assignment, boundary, shape, size, etc. at the press of a button. They added this to support it for Halo Reach, so now it works exactly as it does in Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary. That's awesome. I think that's going to help the modders quite a lot, or the forgers. I know the forging community makes a lot of great maps. There's also the reset orientation. It now is available from Halo Reach. It was only previously available in Halo 4. You can also delete everything or delete by palette. This is another feature that was in Halo 4 that's now being added into Halo Reach. You can delete all objects within a given palette or delete everything at the push of a button. And finally, object name markers in Halo Reach. This was originally included in Halo 5's Forge, interestingly enough, and they're adding it to Reach. So I think that's kind of cool. There's also hold to bake lighting. That's actually coming to Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary. Historically, swapping from monitor mode to player mode would automatically bake lighting on all dynamically lit objects on the map. This process is pretty fast on modern hardware, but can still become annoyance when repeatedly switching. In Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary, you can now choose to hold the button to bake lighting or tap the button to switch modes instantly without baking. This is similar to how it is currently in Halo 5. I think that's actually kind of cool. They're taking features that they learned in Halo 5 and bringing it to MCC. That's pretty neat. This update really has a lot. It still kind of continues. It's talking about that it really doesn't, 343 really doesn't like the time to kill for the Magnum in Halo Reach, and they're doing some tuning there. If that's something that really interests you, they go into like all the nerdy math behind it. They're also saying that the options in career page is getting a new facelift. It's kind of going to now a vertical design. I don't like it. I think I like the old one a little bit better, but I think what this one does is it gives you a little bit more information on each little page that you can go from options in career. They're also adding bulk unlock, so if you just want to buy like a whole tier and you have the Spartan points to do so, you can do that. And that's really it. So all in all, I mean, they're calling this the August update, but my goodness, there is a lot here. There's also some things I didn't talk about in this video that you can certainly go on. You'll probably spend like 20 or 30 minutes reading this. I mean, it is quite a lot of content that's in here. So please check out the blog post and let me know what you think about what's coming to MCC. Honestly, I am really excited that they are still supporting this. They're still improving this. It's getting better. I still think MCC is a way, way, way better experience than Halo Infinite, and it probably will be that way for forever. I just wish that also Halo Wars 2 got this level of support, but nonetheless, I'm glad that Halo MCC is getting the love. That's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. This is your first time here at Team Respawn. We love Halo Wars and really all things Halo and RTS. So if you love that, you've come to the right place. Please look forward to more videos. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you, James.